Your cat isn't just being curious when it follows you into the bathroom. It's responding to something emotional, something that feels bigger than the room itself. You stand up. You walk down the hallway. And before you even reach the door, your cat is already behind you. Not running, not panicking, just quietly following. Most people laugh when this happens. They call it a strange habit, a funny routine. But your cat is not thinking about routines. It's thinking about connection. And what this behavior really means, especially when it happens every single time, might reveal how deeply your cat depends on your presence. Stay with me, because the truth behind this small moment is not about curiosity, it's about emotional security. You close the door, the space becomes silent, and within seconds, you hear it. A soft scratch, a gentle meow, or the quiet sound of paws shifting outside. Your cat doesn't understand why you suddenly disappeared behind a barrier. One moment you were there, the next moment you were gone. For humans, this feels normal. For your cat, it feels confusing. That's the first hidden meaning. Your cat follows you into the bathroom because sudden separation feels uncertain. Cats rely on patterns. They feel calm when life moves in predictable ways. You sitting on the couch, you walking through the kitchen, you resting in bed. These patterns create stability, but when you close a door, the pattern breaks, and your cat responds by trying to restore it. Not with fear, but with quiet persistence. It waits, it listens, it stays close. But that's not the most important part, because sometimes your cat doesn't just wait outside the door. It insists on coming inside. It slips through the opening. It sits near your feet. It watches you carefully. The behavior becomes more personal. Your cat isn't trying to supervise you. It's trying to stay within your safe zone. In the wild, isolation can be risky. Being alone, even briefly, increases vulnerability. So your cat has learned something simple. Where you are, safety exists. That realization changes how your cat sees you. You are not just the person who feeds it. You are the center of its environment. And here's where it gets deeper. Watch your cat's body language once it enters the room. It doesn't pace nervously. It doesn't hide. Instead, it settles. Maybe it sits quietly. Maybe it curls into a small circle. Maybe it simply watches. That calm behavior reveals the second hidden meaning. Your presence regulates your cat's emotions. Just being near you lowers tension. It slows breathing. It softens posture. You become a signal of safety. And this is something many people never realize. Your cat doesn't always need attention. It needs reassurance. Even silent reassurance. Most people miss this next one. Sometimes your cat follows you into the bathroom because that space feels unpredictable. Think about what happens there. Water runs, doors close, sounds echo. From your cat's perspective, it's a place full of sudden changes. So when you enter that space, your cat stays close to monitor what's happening, not because it doubts you, but because it wants to understand the situation. This is the third hidden meaning. Your cat follows you to gather information. Cats are observers. They watch carefully. They learn slowly. Every movement you make becomes part of their mental map. And when they follow you into unfamiliar or noisy spaces, they are updating that map. Quietly, there's another layer beneath that. One that feels more emotional than practical. Notice what your cat does when you remain in the bathroom longer than usual. The scratching becomes louder. The meow becomes more urgent. The waiting becomes restless. Not aggressive, not dramatic, just persistent. That persistence comes from attachment. Your cat has formed a bond with you that goes beyond routine. It expects your presence. It relies on your return. And when the door stays closed too long, uncertainty begins to grow. Not panic, just tension. This is the fourth hidden meaning. Your cat is sensitive to distance from you. Even short separations matter, because your cat measures safety by proximity. Closer means calmer. Farther means uncertain. And here's where it becomes deeply personal. Think about the times your cat follows you even when it's tired. Even when it was resting. Even when it seemed comfortable. It stands up, it stretches, and it walks behind you anyway. That effort reveals something powerful. Your cat is choosing connection over comfort. It would rather stay near you than stay relaxed alone. That decision is emotional, not instinctive, not automatic, intentional. And here's where many people misunderstand the behavior. They assume their cat is being clingy, or overly dependent, or simply curious. But in reality, your cat is responding to trust. Trust means staying close to what feels safe. Trust means following what feels familiar. Trust means believing that your presence makes the world predictable. And here's where it gets even deeper. Some cats follow their humans into the bathroom more often during stressful periods. After a move, after visitors leave, after changes in routine. During those times, your cat looks for stability. And you become that stability. Your voice, your scent, your movement. All of it creates emotional balance. This is the fifth hidden meaning. Your cat uses your presence as an anchor. An anchor keeps things steady during movement. An anchor prevents drifting. And in your cat's world, you serve that role every single day. But here's the moment that matters most. If your cat suddenly stops following you into the bathroom, after doing it consistently for months or years, pay attention. Not with fear, but with awareness. A sudden change in this habit can signal a shift in comfort, health, or emotional state. Maybe your cat feels unwell. Maybe its energy is lower. Maybe its sense of security has changed. Cats communicate through patterns, and when a pattern disappears, they are sending a message. A quiet one. One that requires observation. That is the final hidden meaning. Your cat following you into the bathroom is not random behavior. It is a small expression of attachment, of curiosity, of trust. It is your cat saying without words, "I feel safer when you are near." So the next time you hear that soft scratching at the door, or see your cat slip inside and sit beside you, pause for a moment. Look at its posture. Notice its calm presence. Because in that simple act of following you, your cat is revealing something deeply emotional. You are not just part of its routine, you are part of its security. And to your cat, this was never just about the bathroom.